Hello everyone, so this is my daily system right here, and today what we're going to be doing is replacing that RX 570 with this Radeon HD 6350 for the purposes of just getting some baseline overclocks on it before I slap a big cooler and some volt mods on it. So first thing we're going to have to do here is replace the graphics card. So here's the graphics card installed in the system. You'll notice I don't have any bracket on there because, well, the bracket that came with it was one of these low profile ones and I don't have any high profile ones. So it's fine just being supported by the PCI slot now, but when I put the bigger cooler on it, I'll probably have to support it some other way. I'm sure I'll figure it out. No? Okay, what have I done wrong? Is this on? Yeah, is this plugged in? No, that's not plugged in, because when I move my computer, this sometimes pops out. Let's try that again. There we go. Nice red LEDs. Hopefully we get some sort of image here. Well, let's see. There's my debug LEDs. It's sort of hanging on VGA here. There we go. Video. Oh, well, there's your problem. I guess that's one of the parts of not having a PCI bracket. You gotta make sure that's seated properly. Alright, test number 2, here goes. Let's get some... There we go. Maybe? Yay! Alright, focus. There we go. Alright, so now I'm gonna load up my test operating system here because I actually have two, so we're going to want this one. And then I'll install drivers because I haven't used this in the PCI slot without the RX 570 before. And then we'll start to run some benchmarks here. Alright, so I was just in the middle of benchmarking, and I happened to look out the window, and it's currently snowing. What the heck is it in the Midwest? I mean, come on, it's like towards the end of April. So, as it turns out, I actually wasn't able to get DX9 mode working for Unigine Heaven, so right now I'm just running 3D Mark 06. And I'm starting my volt frequency thing table, even though I don't have any voltage control. But we'll get a good idea of how far the card could potentially go off of that, so I'll be back with the results in a second. Alright, so here's the results I was able to get. So for 3D Mark 06, at stock we did about 3,300 points. And at my maximum overclock, which is about 775 megahertz, the 1040 here could be a 1050. MSI Afterburner was just being a bit weird, and sometimes it wouldn't let me go past 1040, which was the limit by AMD. But when you enable the extra overclocking range, you have to restart the software. Anyways, that got us up to 4,114 points, which, if we go here to the leaderboards, is okay. So it's not the best by any stretch of the imagination, but this was just bone stock. I didn't change tessellation levels in the driver. I didn't do LOD or any other of those performance optimizations. So I think there's definitely room to improve without even volt modding this. Next we can move on to 3D Mark 11, which is actually the last one that I benchmarked because, well, I have a 128 gig SSD in the system, and I have two operating systems on it, and the partition that I have for this is not big enough for 3D Mark to be installed. So, yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to make that a bit bigger, but currently I can't. Anyways, I took my last highest overclock, and I ran that, and it spit out 800 points for the graphics score, not the combined score, but the graphics score, and that's not really good, so that would put me in last place here. So this one is definitely going to be a bit harder to get a higher score on. For Heaven, I couldn't get it to run in DX9 mode, whereas it would run in DX11 mode, and I have no idea why. So I'm going to have to research that and figure it out. But for now, I think this is sort of a good proof of concept that this can actually work. I guess we could take a closer look at the card now, and the fridge is just kicked on, and just discuss some volt mods. So here's the card itself. I'm going to put you guys into manual focus mode so I can get some nice close-up shots here. So the stock cooler is rather anemic, as you can see. It's just like literally this piece of aluminum with a fan in the middle. It does keep GPU temps relatively well in check though. I don't think I hit over 60 in my testing, but then again, that is with stock voltage, which is only a volt. So if I'm going to be pushing, say, 1.5 volts, which might or may not be feasible, I don't know when these chips start to blow up, then yeah, I'm going to need something more than this. And so that's when I bought an Arctic Accelero Extreme 4 off of eBay, and well, this is my plan to fit it onto the card, but as you can see, those mounting brackets come very close to the PCIe slot, so I have no idea if this will fit. I think it'll be very, very close, and if it does fit, then what I'm going to have to probably do is flip this inductor and this capacitor here around to the other side, because I don't think the heat pipes and stuff are actually going to clear from that, and I might have to do that with the memory VRM as well down here. There's a bunch of capacitors behind the GPU core. I might do some cat mods, but these would be pretty difficult to solder onto. What I might end up doing is just populating the second capacitor position on the output of the vCore VRM. There's this little space for the capacitor that isn't occupied currently. Let's see, what else? 6101s. I don't know why I thought it was 9501s, but anyways, there's two of those. Their pins are rather large, and they're easy enough just to do a feedback pin mod on. I'm not sure about the resistance of the feedback circuitry yet because I haven't checked, because I don't have a multimeter here because I'm at boarding school currently. So when I get home over the weekend, we'll have a shot at voltage modding that, as well as putting that big cooler on, which will look rather ridiculous, and then, well, I guess I'll try and break some records. So that's about all for today, and I'll see you guys next time.